Hi everyone, my name is Lisa Rizchek, and today I'm going to be doing a class on to show you how to create an audiobook from your book that is currently on Amazon. So I have other classes on how to create books and put them on Amazon, but recently I have been converting my books to audiobooks. I've been really enjoying it. I've been having some sales and I want to show you how to do it too. So in this class I'm going to show you how to take your book from a book that's currently on Amazon, and we're going to create a cover, we're going to hire a narrator, and without any money, this is a free program. You can take your book from a book on Amazon and create an audiobook from it. So please enroll in this class and we will get started. Okay, welcome to the class. So as I said, I have books on Amazon. I have over 500 books. I wrote about 100 of them, but 50 Things to Know to Downsize Your Life is one of my books. And I want to show you what it looks like when you have an audiobook. So I use Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing to publish my books, and you can see the book here. You can see it in paperback, and now you can see it in an audiobook. So here's where you'll see an audiobook. It's listed at $0, but you can see it's actually listed at $3.46. And I have created this cover. You can listen to a sample.
Tips for downsizing. 1. Breaking your connections to stuff.
And that is my narrator. If you want to know, that is John Fiore, and you can use him on ACX, which I'm going to show you if you're interested. So that is where you can see the audiobook. You could also see it on audible.com. And we will type in 50 Things Downsizing. And you can see it here, there. Same thing, you'll see the author. And I've noticed that there's a rating here too, and it has been rated here. So I guess you can get an Audible rating also. Overall performance or story, someone just gave it 3 stars. Okay, so how do you take your book from Amazon over here? We will go to ACX, and that is the website you'll need to go to. And you'll just log into your Amazon account just like you did for Kindle Direct Publishing, and this is where you get to. So next you'll find your book, and I saved a book for this example. So there's a book that I had published, and it's 50 Things to Know About Twins. And I will show you some of the process. So here is the book, and you know, I've noticed this before, and I think if I click on these 2 links, because you see there's 2 here, one of them is the paperback and one of them is the Kindle, so I have to get them put together. So I will use the paperback example for this, and so that was the first link, and I will click on, oh, it says I've already claimed the audio rights to this book. So this is where, once you click on it, you will be able to go in, and obviously you'll be able to have a description of the book, copyright information, choose if it's fiction or nonfiction, and then the best category. And there's 2 things you have to choose on here. The gender, if you want female, male, or both. I normally choose both, but since it's about pregnancy, I chose female. And language is it's automatically selected normally. You can choose an accent if you want. You can choose a voice age and a vocal style. And add comments too. I thought these vocal styles were interesting. Announcer, articulate, brooding, girlish, hip. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. You could add comments, for example, how you want things, you know, to be, or if you have a following. This is kind of a way to get some of the people more interested in your book. So sometimes I'll write in there, 50 Things to Know is a series of 200 books, and that's helpful. And you can add script notes below here. It should be no more than 2 to 3 pages. I just add a few things because I don't listen to them very long. I either like it or I don't. And then down here, you'll choose a script. So I have a audition script and a regular script, and which is just a Word document. And that Word document is there. So you can get an idea. They can do it for 15 minutes, but I just put in a couple hundred words, really. I guess I put probably 300 words. So then here you can see, make sure you wait till it saves, because one time I just pressed continue without it while it was being virus checked and it didn't show up. And I was wondering why I wasn't getting auditions, and it's because there was no script. So we'll click save and continue. All right, how many words are in the book? This is where you'll have to actually go into the book and see how many words are. And I know this book has 6,200 words, which is about 0.7 hours long. It says 9,300 for an hour of finished work. And the way I do it, and this is the way I can produce books for free, is if you choose royalty share, so we each get 50%, and exclusive rights. So we will each get 40%. We'll each get 50% of what we make. And if we choose this one, we will make 40% royalty. So even though it's my book and this is the only steps I have to go through, I have to go through this part, and approving it and choosing the image for the cover. And I will get 50% of royalties, and royalties will be 40%. Now, it's only 40% if you choose to only have it on certain sites. And you'll see them here, Amazon, Audible, and iTunes. And you can read more about that here. So that is what I choose. And you could also choose to pay by the hour if you'd like, instead of paying a royalty. Or you could choose non-exclusive, meaning you could have it on other audio things too, but I'm not choosing that. So choosing 50-50 royalty share and exclusive rights. So I will make, and they will choose the price too based on the length of the audio. Okay, so we're going to review it. This is the narrator suggestions. They can also, this is kind of what they see too. They can see the script. This is where I'll produce the audio, and this is where we'll see sales. So finally, I'm going to post to ACX. And this is when I will start getting auditions for the book from audio producers. And hopefully I will get some auditions soon. All right, so I will bring you on to the next step. I hope you enjoyed seeing that part. All right, so in this course, we really jumped into it. We saw what an audiobook looked like. We saw how to find your book and then create an audition, basically, so someone can audition for your book. And now let's look a little bit farther. So next, you'll start getting emails about and messages about auditions, which is pretty cool. So you'll see the auditions here, and these are some of the books that I currently have that people are auditioning for. And we will look at one of them. I think one of them has two, so we will look at that one. Actually, they all have one. All right, so this is what it looks like to get an audition. You'll see your book, and I actually disliked this one, just so you know. So you can, but you'll be able to play it and click like or dislike. You can download it if you want and send a message to this person. So this is what an audition sounds like.
USA, 50 travel tips from a local tourist, Kayla Rush.
Okay, so you can decide if you like it or not and move forward. So basically that's what an audition sounds like. If you like it, let's just click like here. You can then make an offer, and I'll click make an offer here. So this is what it looks like to make an offer. If you like Trevor, you can find him on ACX, but it just doesn't work right for this project, for me. So you'll see up here, and again, you'll click royalty share just like we did. We'll click exclusive rights, and then you'll choose completed first 15 minutes by. I usually try and give them a week after a weekend. And then the whole book, which I give them a week or two, so I'll choose the 20th or the 27th. And then you can choose if you want it in a day to give them the offer. So let's just say you'll give them 48 hours. If not, you can offer to the next person. And then you can preview it and press, that's who you want to offer it to. So as I said, I'm not offering it to this person. So that is where it goes from there. After you have offered it to the person, you'll also have to create a cover. So these are some of the covers that I've created. So once you offer it to the person, you get a 15-minute sample. And this says waiting for 15 minutes, and then you'll have to approve that 15-minute sample before you move forward. And then it'll say approve it there, and then you'll wait for the final finished audio, and that's what you'll be waiting for down here. But during that time, you can also make covers. So where do you make a square cover now? Because it has to be square, and it can't have the black sides. So I'll show you in production. So this, did I make? So for example, this book has this cover now. So where do you make this cover? What are the requirements? You can click here. So the requirements is 2400 by 2400. And what I do is I go over to Canva. That's where I make my book covers also. And this is where I create the book covers. If you go up here, you can choose 2400 by 2400, or it says minimum, so put in 2500 by 2500 there. And but these are some of the ones I've already created to show you what they look like. Canva.com is free, and like I said, I think it's pretty simple to use. I really enjoy using it. I had Photoshop, but then I haven't renewed it, so this is why I go with this, and it works pretty well. There, you can't do some things, but you can do most things, especially book cover creation. So here's some of the book covers I've created. And again, the size is the same. And I think it's a little harder to make a square book cover, but if you look on Amazon and you find ones that you like, or on Audible, you might be able to find something similar that you like, and then I kind of use a template and I keep making new ones. So these are the covers I've created. And you can decide if you put the narrator on the front. I like to do it. I think it's nice, but I guess you don't have to because some people don't. So it's up to you. So that is basically, you can go over here to add new text, and you can edit and format the text up here. And you can add images if you want by uploading them, and that's where I upload the images for the covers. And when you're done, you click download, and I choose normally a JPEG. And instead of making it into a zip file, I find it easier just to download one at a time. So I'll just download 2, for example. It'll go to my downloads, and that's where I can upload it to ACX. And I just click here, and that's where you upload the file. So in the future, you can change the script if you want, or send a message. So for example, this title is currently in production, and then you'll be able to see sales here. Okay, I will pause this video here. We'll go to the next video and we'll finish up. Okay, finally, let's see what it looks like to have sales. So after you have created your projects, you can go to your sales dashboard. And you can see here there's different types of units. And as you can see, this is the part where I'm the newest at, but I have sold 4, so you can see the units, and you could read down here the difference. There's audiobook units bought by Audible listeners, audiobook units bought by Audible listenable members but not using their membership credits, and bought by customers not in the Audible listener program. And you can see the different prices and different things for each one. But you'll start to see them here. And the other thing I want to talk about is there's a bounty program. So you can get or split $50 payment for an audiobook if it's the first purchase by an Audible listener member. So you can start promoting these now. You can actually do the audio yourself if you'd like. I know I've got sent back a lot of things about different audio things, so I think it's actually, I think you have to have a pretty good audio system to do this because of the floor and different words. I don't know because I have not done that before, but they've gone back in and changed things that I wouldn't even know how to change after they got it back. But so you can do it yourself, but if you didn't, you'll each get, the producer, the right holder will get 25 and the producer will get 25. So I think that's pretty nice. So that's another way to earn extra income while doing this, as well as your actual sales. But I imagine, let's say, you know, the book's only listed at $330, I get 20% of that. I think if you got one of these bounties, it would be a much bigger difference. So you can read below exactly all the terms and conditions of that. So again, that's where you see your sales, and you can also see it in this other, I'll show you another way you could see sales on here too. I'm not sure why it takes a while to loading. I think it's actually my internet. Completed projects. If you click here, you can see each completed one that I've worked on. You could share it with your friends here, but here you can see I've accepted these as a royalty share, so I know that. You can see how many units are sold, how many bounties earned, none yet. And as you can click on sale details and you could see them here also by your book. So that's another way to see it. All right, I hope you enjoyed this, and I think it's a pretty simple process. You just kind of go in and I put in the projects, I bring them to the next level, and I keep moving forward with them. You have to The harder parts are you need a file just for the audition. You need a file for the audio, and I take the actual book and I put it in the order just for audio. For example, the author bio is at the front normally of my books, but I want them at the back for the audiobooks, and I don't need the disclaimer of a certain disclaimer in there, so I take out that section. So sometimes you have to change up the script so they know exactly what to write. When you send them just your book, you might want to change it up so they know the order and how you would like it. So I recommend you just trying one, and if you like it, you could just keep going with more. I have a book series called Greater Than a Tourist, 50 Travel Tips from a Local, and I'm currently taking that series and slowly converting it over here, so all the books have audiobooks also. So I hope you enjoyed this class. Please like it and leave your comments so I can make better classes in the future for you. I usually teach classes on how to self-publish, so this kind of brought all these classes to the next level. And I enjoyed working with you today, and please check out my other classes. You can also view many of my things on social media. I have a YouTube channel and Instagram, and I would like to stay connected with you, and hopefully we can have more classes together. All right, thanks for taking this class. I would love to see your finished audiobooks or even your finished ebooks or paperback books. All right, thanks. Have a great day. Bye. Hi everyone, my name is Lisa Rischek, and sometimes I get asked where I started and where I am, so I thought I would explain it to you. I started on Blogger, and that is a free website by Google, and I started Charlie the Cavalier after my dog when I was still an instructional designer, and I couldn't get Charlie the Cavalier website, so I have hyphens in it, Charlie the Cavalier .blogspot.com, and I wrote there for a while, and then I wrote 50 Things to Know Before Having a Baby, and that was a blog post on this website, and it did so well. I think I got 20,000 views in a couple days that I made it into a book. And that book is now on Amazon. You can still get it on Amazon. The audiobook's now on Amazon, and it has done very well. So after I wrote 50 Things to Know Before Having a Baby, I then started writing other 50 Things to Know books. And now you can find many 50 Things to Know books on the website, 50thingstoKnow.com. And there's about probably 200 of them now. Okay, so I have 50thingstoKnow.com. I also continued to write for Charlie the Cavalier until I bought Charlie the Cavalier, .com. I actually host all of my websites on GoDaddy, and I also have a few other websites. I did have lisarischek.com, that's my name, but it didn't get much traffic. I bought it because I started creating some classes on Udemy and Skillshare. That's where you can find my classes. And those are basically mostly on entrepreneurship and self-publishing. And so the websites that I have is charliethecavalier.com. I still have charliethecavalier.blogspot.com and 50thingstoKnow.com. Those are the major ones. And I enjoy working with them. But as I still continue to write 50 Things to Know, I branched out and made different websites. So I have reviews.50 Things to Know. That's where you can find reviews. I review books. People send me products, and that's where I do all my reviews, makeup, things like that. There's 2 other reviewers on my team. I do life, and that's where you can find currently what I'm up to. Sorry, we have automatic lights in our kitchen. And I also have 50 Things to Know Travel. That's where you can find kids travel activities that we've done before. And just 50 Things to Know for the books. And that's where you can find some of the excerpts from the books, some information, 50 Things to Know books. Okay, so what am I currently working on now, you ask? Well, the one thing I'm working on is Greater Than a Tourist books. As I grew 50 Things to Know books, and I love to travel, some books that were about travel. So these Greater Than a Tourist books are 50 travel tips from a local. So right now there's about 140 books, and I have hired 140 people from all over the world, and they will give you their best tips for locals based on the fact that they live there. So that's one of my things that I like. I also ended up writing a children's book series called Charlie the Cavalier. There's 4 books in the series, and Charlie the Cavalier travels the world, Charlie the Cavalier begs for attention, Charlie the Cavalier goes for a walk, and Charlie the Cavalier goes to the amusement park. And each of those books, you can, except the first one, you have to find the heart. You can find the hearts in the books. So if you look at those books, there's a heart on every page the illustrator wrote. All right, what else have I been working on? I am making audiobooks for this series. And AXP, well, there's a thing I'm going through to make the audiobooks, and I have really good people that are doing the audio for the audiobooks, and I'm enjoying working with those people. And I also have written 2 books recently that I've just published, and one is You Are Loved, and this one is a poem book for kids, and I just had it edited with a great editor, and I'm excited to have her on the team. And the second book is We Are What We Think. In the past, I wrote a book, 1600 Positive Things to Say to Someone Else, and this one is Positive Things to Say to Yourself. So that is a book I've been working on there. I have about 100 books on Amazon. Again, I said I have things on Udemy and Skillshare. Those are my classes. I have about 500 books in total on Amazon. That includes 50 Things to Know. I wrote a bunch of children's books, and my Greater Than a Tourist books. All right, so that's basically what I've been doing lately. So my name's Lisa Rischuk. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I'm also a doctor of education. And you can check out my things on the websites I talked about on Amazon, Skillshare, Udemy, or just on all social media. I have a large Pinterest following of over 16,000 followers. I mostly do personal Instagram, but I sometimes post things on there at Lisa RUSC. I am on Facebook at Lisa Rischuk author, and you can check me out at all these places. All right, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Bye.